All right, we're breaking in with a special report because this is big. A massive development in AI has just dropped, and we've got the inside scoop, so let's just dive right in. So, here's the headline, plain and simple. A brand new, incredibly powerful AI model is out, and its whole purpose? To completely redefine professional work as we know it. Now, this brings up the million-dollar question, right? Is this just another incremental update, or are we looking at the first AI that can genuinely outperform human experts at their own jobs? Well, the first wave of data is here, and you're going to want to see this.
Okay, so the model's name is GPT 5.2, and from what we're hearing in the official announcement, it was built from the ground up for one thing, to be the most advanced tool ever for professional knowledge work.
They're really zeroing in on three key areas here. First, professional knowledge work. Second, juggling really complex projects. And third, powering something they're calling long-running agents. Think of an AI that can work on a task for a long time without you having to hold its hand. And let's be super clear, this isn't about making a better chatbot for casual conversation. This is all about professional-grade execution.
So you might be asking, what's the big deal? What makes this one so different? Well, the numbers. The numbers tell a story of a massive, massive leap forward.
Okay, check this out. The number that really jumps off the page comes from a benchmark called GTP-Val, and this isn't some abstract academic test. No, this thing measures how well it performs on actual tasks from 44 different professional jobs. We're talking everything from building presentations to creating complex financial models. And get this, human expert judges said that GTP 5.2 either beat or tied top-tier human professionals more than 70% of the time. I mean, that is just a mind-blowing jump from the last model, which was down at around 39%. And it's not just in one area. These improvements are showing up in other critical fields too, like software engineering. It just set a new record on something called SWE Bench Pro, which is a super tough test of coding skills on real-world problems. So what does that mean for developers? It means you've got a much more reliable partner in your corner for squashing bugs and building out new features.
And what's so crucial to understand is that these aren't just one-off wins. The improvements are everywhere. Fact-checking, it makes 30% fewer mistakes. It's vision, understanding images. The error rate for things like charts and UIs has been literally cut in half. It can chew through 100-page documents and remember pretty much everything. And its ability to actually use other software tools, yeah, that's now best in class.
Okay, benchmarks are great, but what does all this geeky stuff actually mean for your work, day in and day out? Let's talk about the real-world impact here. First up, speed. We're talking insane speed. In those same professional tests, the AI delivered the finished product, the final presentation, the completed spreadsheet, more than 11 times faster than the human experts. And it did it for less than 1% of the cost. I mean, just think about what that means for efficiency. It's huge. And here's a perfect example of that improved reliability we were talking about. Imagine a really messy customer service problem, right? You've got a delayed flight, which causes a missed connection, and there's a special medical request on top of it all. The old model, it might have given you a partial solution, but GPT 5.2, it handles the whole thing. It rebooks the flight, it arranges the special seating, and it processes the compensation. It sees the problem through from start to finish, a complete game changer. And look, this isn't just computers grading other computers. We're talking about human experts. One of the judges who was reviewing the AI's work said, and I'm quoting here, it was an exciting and noticeable leap. They went on to say that the final output looked like it was made by a professional company with staff. That's some serious praise, and it really speaks to the quality we're seeing.
All right, so this all leads to the big practical questions. How do you get your hands on it, and what's it going to cost?
So, the rollout is happening in two main phases. If you're a developer using the API, good news, you can get access right now. If you're a paid ChatGPT user, so that's anyone on a Plus, Pro, Business, or Enterprise plan, the new models start rolling out to you today.
Once you get in, you'll notice there are basically three different versions to choose from. First, there's Instant, which is your fast, go-to model for everyday stuff. Then there's Thinking, which you'll want to use for the heavier lifting, like coding or deep analysis. And finally, you've got Pro. That's the top-of-the-line, smartest option for those really tough problems where quality is absolutely everything.
Okay, for all the developers out there, let's talk API pricing. Now, at first glance, you'll see the price per token for GPT 5.2 is higher than the last one. But here's the really interesting part they're emphasizing. Because this new model is so much smarter and more efficient, the total cost to get a great result can actually end up being cheaper. You get to the right answer faster using fewer attempts, so you save money in the long run.
So, if there's one single thing to take away from all this, it's this. AI is rapidly shifting gears. It's moving away from just being a helpful little assistant to becoming a true, professional-grade tool that can deliver expert-level work.
And that really leaves us with one final and pretty profound question. As AI gets better and better at tasks that, until now, only human experts could do, what skills are going to matter the most for us? The answer to that question? Well, that's going to shape the entire future of work.